got a supper going and you check inside your fridge and you've run out of bread. Well, as my mom used to always say, don't panic, there's Bannock. And I'm going to see just how fast it will take me to whip up a thing of Bannock. So here we go. Bowl. And we need flour. All right. Flour. You need salt, which I've got some here. You need lard, shortening Crisco. You also need baking powder and water. Okay. For your utensils, you need 3 things: a big spoon, a little spoon, and a fork. And for a measuring cup, you should just use a standard size coffee cup. So that's what we're going to use. Okay, now I'm going to make a Bannock that is for 2 or 4 people. When you measure out Bannock, you would measure it according to your cup. If you have 2 people, you would use 2 of these. 3 people, you would use 3 of these. 4 people or more, you would use 4 of these. I'll tell you the measurements as we go along. So the first thing we got to add to our bowl is flour. Since I'm making a 2-person Bannock, I'll use 2 cups of flour. 2. All right, good. Whatever the amount of flour that you have, use half the amount of salt. So I used 2 cups of flour, so I'll use 1 spoon of salt. If I used 3 cups of flour, 1½ spoons. If I used 4 cups of flour, I'd use 2 spoons of salt. Okay, with the baking soda, it matches the cups. 2 cups of flour, 2 cups of baking powder. Alright. Mix it all up. Good. Same measurement goes with your lard or oil, but you're using the big spoon. 2 cups of flour, 2 tablespoons of lard. It's very informal. You make Bannock with your hands. Now, since I'm going to use my hands, give them a wash. For Bannock, you should turn the oven on to preheat at about 375. And that'll get the oven warming up while you're working. Okay, Now you can mix it with a fork. It's almost like making pie pastry. I'm going to use my hands. Whoa. You squish it through, push it through. Try and cover every piece of flour. I sort of roll it through my hands, and that gets it all mixed together. You want to try and make it all one consistency. You can already see it working itself together nicely. Okay. Nice. See how I roll it through? Turning and spinning and mixing it. You'll know it's right when you take a bit of it and you go like this and it holds the shape. Then you know that you've got it mixed good. Okay. Now I'm going to push the flour along the edge. This is a trick of Bannock. The measurement works out every time. You make it the same shape as the bowl. There, you can see the hole in the center. Okay, now we're going to add water. You put in the water until it's about halfway up. Doesn't matter what bowl you use, doesn't matter the amount of flour. You put water halfway up, it always works out right. Okay, now we're going to add that together. Just start dumping it into the center. Mix it, mix it, mix it. Yeah, it's getting thicker. There, see? That's looking good. Now you got to start using your hands on it. And you're kneading it. Pulling out the ends and pushing in with your base of your hand here. Go around and push, around and push. Nice. Okay. Okay, perfect. Now we got ourselves a good Bannock, and I like to cook it on a baking stone. You can use a cookie sheet if you want, but I like the stone, it's more natural. And now we gotta spread it around. And you can use a rolling pin, but I just grab a can from the cupboard. Now let's roll it out. Okay. Okay. Until we get it nice and big. And then the last part, put this back. The last part is to poke holes in it with a fork. Just go around. Get it all over. And now, we'll put it in the oven. Okay, the Bannock's been in there about 20 minutes, half an hour, and we get these, we call them Bannock grabbers up north, and we gotta check our Bannock. So, take a look at it. You can tell by smell and by color. It's looking nice. And the most you can tell is by sound. You tap it, and if it sounds hollow, then it's done. So we're going to give it the test. This is vibrating. Can you hear it? Okay, so that means it's done. And in typical fashion, we'll put it, look at that. By the window, so it can cool off naturally. Look at the steam. And to go along with your Bannock, the favorite things to put on Bannock are butter, peanut butter, what else? Cheese. Jam. Anything else? I think pretty much anything. But these are the most popular. And of course you should make yourself a pot of tea. And that's it. You're all ready. And how long did it take me? 11 minutes to make up a slab of Bannock. Don't panic, there's Bannock.